This upgrade guide will allow you to skip Town Hall 14 in 2 months so that you can get to Town Hall 15 faster and more efficiently. There has also been really big changes to the pet upgrade guide, and I'm going to be detailing all of that throughout this video. Just to note, this progress base is in the description, so if you guys do want it, you can go ahead and grab it there. I'm going to be using a much more simplistic version to demonstrate what you guys need to upgrade. Now, day 1 of Town Hall 14 actually did not change all that much. We're going to be doing the same things that we have been doing throughout this entire process. On the first day, we're going to hammer that CC. We're going to book the laboratory if we're in CWL. If we're not, we're just going to upgrade it manually. We're going to put our excess elixir down on the warden so we can get upgrades on him. We're going to put our queen down and get upgrades on her, and we're going to try to get both of those heroes maxed as soon as possible. And we're going to try and get the pet house maxed as soon as possible as well. However, the guide is a little bit different here. We really want to prioritize getting our pet house to level 4 as fast as possible because we need to start working on the unicorn because the other pets are not as useful anymore. However, we also need to go ahead and get those builder huts to level 2 and just leave them at level 2. If you're wondering why we would be doing this first, it's because you immediately gain 80 damage per second as well as some healing ability on your base. This is instantaneously the biggest upgrade that you'll get at Town Hall 14 for your defense. It is basically adding level 13 archer towers onto your base. So this is a really good upgrade and something you guys want to prioritize immediately once getting to Town Hall 14. Now let's go ahead and talk about the first month upgrades and the things that you're going to handle in the first month. Everything that I mentioned previously, if you're not done with those yet, feel free to go ahead and take them on in the first month. But now we can actually take advantage of the fact that Town Hall 14 actually doesn't have that many offensive upgrades. Because there are no army camps or things like that, all we really need to do is go ahead and upgrade the storages and build our economy. Now you might be wondering about barracks. Unless you really want to use Electro Titans, I would hold off on the barracks for now because you need the extra speed. You can't afford to farm at half speed right now, especially when you need all of that dark elixir to keep your heroes down. I would hold off on the siege workshop as well because you could just always get those from your clan, so I don't think it's a big priority anyways. And just a note, I wouldn't use magic items on any of those upgrades. Once again, only use magic items on those 14 days or longer upgrades. So if you do have magic items you need to use it on your eagle, use it on your scatters, get those later upgrades out of the way because you'll get the best value out of all of your magic items. By the way, a lot of you are actually not subscribed to the channel. If you're trying to progress faster in Clash of Clans, then I would highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel. It really helps the video out and you can always unsubscribe later. Now let's go ahead and talk about hero priority. Not a lot has changed in this department. We are going to be focusing the warden and the queen first, and we're going to do our best to keep 2 heroes down at one time. So if we do the warden and the queen, then hopefully after that we can go into the RC and then of course the barbarian king. Now you want to start with the warden and the queen because it'll be easier for you to not put down as much dark elixir, especially in those first few upgrades of the unicorn, which can get a little expensive. Also guys, if you have books, please use your books on the dark elixir heroes. Once again, dark elixir is the hardest sink in Town Hall 14 and it'll be a lot better for you to use your books on those heroes. Now let's go ahead and talk about pets, which is really the biggest change from my last upgrade guide. In the last guide, I told you that all you need to do is go ahead and upgrade your pets one by one so you can go ahead and put levels on them through hero potions. You're not doing that anymore. The only pet you're going to focus on now is the unicorn, and the reasoning for this is simple. When you get to Town Hall 15, the other pets are not going to be useful anymore because Diggy, Frosty, and the Phoenix are really good pets. So why would you waste your time upgrading those other pets? On top of this, it only takes you 52.5 days to actually max your unicorn. So instead of taking the 210-day grind, why don't you go ahead and max your unicorn and then start working on the pets that you can actually use that'll make a huge difference at Town Hall 15. It makes no sense for you to be sitting at Town Hall 14 upgrading pets that are not going to be as good 2 months later. And I know that could be a little bit discouraging for all of you that just got to Town Hall 14, but I promise you that it's going to make you a lot better of a player if you make this change and only focus on the unicorn. Now a quick shout out to the members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on the channel, and if any of you watching are looking for a personalized upgrade guide every single month, all you have to do is subscribe and then join the channel. So now let's go ahead and talk about the second month of upgrades. Keep working on those heroes. Ideally you want to have 3 heroes max maxed by the end of this second month. You can also put the barracks down if you really want the Electro Titan. It is up to you at this point. I don't really think it's completely necessary, but if you wanted to, now would be the best time for you to do it. Now throughout this month, use one builder to upgrade your Town Hall to level 5, and as you're doing that, make sure you're doing your core defenses. So hopefully, ideally, you have enough magic items to get levels off the Scatters, Infernos, and the Eagle, and obviously the Expos as well. Those are the 4 key things that you want to make sure that you try to get done before the end of this month. And why do we want to get these things done before the end of this month is because after this month, you guys are done. You are ready to go to Town Hall 15. Once again, if your unicorn is going to be maxed, you don't need to waste any more time. Now here's the checklist of things that you need to finish at Town Hall 14 before you go to Town Hall 15. First thing is a maxed unicorn. The second thing is 2 maxed heroes, hopefully 3 maxed heroes. Third thing is having your storages and your barracks done, and the fourth thing is having your core defenses done, or at least as many of the core defenses as possible. If you don't get to the Expos, I think it's still okay for you to go to Town Hall 15. Once you get to Town Hall 15, you will become a lot stronger. However, if you don't know what to do when you do get to Town Hall 15, that could obviously be a problem too. That's why you need to watch this video right here, which will explain the entire process to you and make sure you gain as much power as fast as possible.